I had a conversation with a client today who asked me a really brilliant question that I wanted to propose to you guys because I have a lot of clients ask me this question, which is when the mind starts going, how do you stop the thoughts? And one of the best things you can do, and when I mean when the mind starts going, I'm talking about the tapes that you run, all those lower vibration automatic tapes that you run, those mental cycles of conversations that spiral you out when you have a thought process that's not positive, that's a lower vibrational energy. And these are disempowering thoughts. And what ends up happening is we have one, and then unbeknownst to ourselves, we spiral out and we have many, many more. So one of the things is what you can do is catch yourself when you're having this disempowering thought or this thought process that's lower vibrational or that's negative. And some people do a lot of different strategies, but the best I have learned, and I shared this with my client and I share this often, is to have love with that thought process. Whatever that thought process is, it has been there to protect you. The mind is needed. And those thoughts you needed at a different time in your life as this pattern that you had developed in your brain, this protective mechanism, this old identity you had kept, and you needed to run these thoughts. But now, when you're noticing that there are these lower vibration thoughts that come up that are habitual, you are able to stop them. Mind is just a process. It's something we can shift and change. So you just have to stop and have that awareness to notice what is coming up, and then have love with that thought to say, thank you, thought, for coming up, but I don't need to hold you anymore. I don't need to have that fear or anxiety or stress or whatever is coming up. And then honestly take a deep breath, honestly feel grateful for that thought, and then let it go. And I will guarantee you'll feel better. I will guarantee that that thought will stop and that you can then make new pathways in your brain with new thoughts. So that's how you can create change in your mind. And I wanted to share that because I thought it was so interesting that my client brought that up today. And I wanted to just make sure that we all know that our brains are possible to be adapted and changed. The neuroplasticity is there, and we can change the thought processes and the grooves in our brains. So you have a choice where you're going to allow those thought processes to still run, or you can send it love and think something new.